Angel spring training has them winning again for the third straight year. Something that doesn't matter. An entire studio shuts down on YouTube, and Bryce is being weird. Welcome to Coffee with Specs. You got caught off there, but it was good.
And then gave me no chance to respond before rolling the open.
Sounds good to me.
But no, I was just gonna say, I'm trying to respond in my sarcastic way to you saying the Angels are winning in spring training. Like, yeah, haha, oh, so happy about that.
Yeah, I know, it's great, right? So I guess we can start there. Our day sort of started with a very cryptic Instagram post from one Blake Snell with the eyes, the looking eye emoji, to where I retweeted it with the the eyes, the bear, and the hunt, and the pancakes again from good old Jeff Fletcher. So what does it mean? Does it mean anything? Does it mean everything? Does it mean nothing? Is he getting a Fortnite skin? I don't know. But it looks like something's coming. Why does he... What are you doing over there? He's making eyes to everyone and no one.
I'm just following what you're saying.
He's making eyes to everyone.
Reacting to it live.
He's making eyes to everyone and no one. But, however, I guess that I'm just gonna keep going. Whatever he's doing, he can do over there. I guess
what you usually do.
I guess the more fascinating portion is say he does sign for whatever and comes to the Angels. In the game of hypotheticals is, well, who's gonna leave the rotation?
I don't care.
Oh, all right.
As good as Blake Snell. No, I mean, like,
so someone has to go.
It's a conversation to have, certainly.
So my money, and I've had this here for a while, my money is that they're probably going to trade Sandoval. That's who they'd get rid of. They'd flip Sandoval and go from there.
He seems like a solid number 2 piece.
The only reason why I say they flip Sandoval is I think he's a little too inconsistent. I mean, granted, I thought that for a while. When I was writing, I said they could flip him and get some pieces back. I still think they could flip him and get some pieces back because you're in this position now where you have, if Snell does come in the next Monday when this goes up, or Tuesday or whatever, if they were to say, like, okay, we're just going to remove Silseth, you're having 4 lefties in that rotation, and that's probably not going to happen. So more than likely, one of the lefties is going to go. It's probably not, I don't think he'll be Detmers. Everyone else seems to think, oh, let's move Anderson to the pen. I don't think they're going to move Anderson to the pen. I think they signed Anderson as a starter, and I think they're confident that they can fix Anderson. When it comes to Detmers, I think Detmers is sort of a similar situation. I think they're more aligned to fix Detmers than that. I think Canning is probably going to be in the rotation just as an innings guy. So that leaves essentially Silseth and Sandoval. And the reason why I think Sandoval's more tradable is for what you said. Like, he's got decent upside. But I wonder if they could utilize that and get some assets for it instead of just saying, hey, we're going to ship off Anderson to the pen. I'm not saying I don't think I'm initially right, but I think that would be
what would you flip him for?
A better solution.
Draft picks?
Probably just prospects. You can get a handful of prospects. Like if they,
you can't really trade draft picks, right?
If they really wanted to, hypothetically speaking, and I sort of said, I threw this out as a trade when I was still writing. I said hypothetically they could flip like Sandoval and some other pieces and probably get like a Shane Bieber. But I don't think the Guardians are in a position to do that now. But like, I think you could get another right-hander, which you would probably need in this rotation. But again, it sort of comes down to the weird situation, the thing of, well, who do you value more? If you want to stick with the Renaissance, sure, you could, I guess, move Anderson, but then why'd you sign him in the first place? It's not like they didn't know that Snell would be a free agent. But
Sure.
But then again, all of this just sort of bears into, well, what's actually going to happen. Because there were reports, too, that the Phillies were interested in a short-term deal, so he could go to the Phillies. But I know all the indications sort of say, like, oh, it's the Angels or basically nothing. But again, it sort of seems like it's the or nothing.
I want it to be the Angels. I'd love a solid.
He's not solid. That's the thing.
I'd love a guy who could be our day one starter without too much question.
I think the thing with Snell is Snell's goods are very good. The flip side of that is his bads are very bad. And that's the bigger problem. Is when he's Cy Young caliber, he's Cy Young caliber. When, like, last year, or in 2022, ooh, it's rough.
To be fair, last year, at least maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the stats totally disagree with me. But I feel like I remember the starters weren't really our, like...
No, the Angels, no, they were.
They were?
They were. It wasn't.
I thought I remembered the pen being bad.
The pen was bad, but in terms of,
I thought I remembered our starters being, like, not completely the problem.
So in terms of here's the starters, just the starters ERA. It's a 5-man, so it's probably the most games started. All the starters minus one, the one being Ohtani, all had ERAs north of 4. Reed Detmers had an ERA of 4.48. Patrick Sandoval 4.11. Tyler Anderson 5.43. Griffin Canning 4.32. And it wasn't exactly like they were getting fipped to death. Like the FIP sort of says, like, Reed Detmers had a bit of bad luck. His FIP is 4.13. Sandoval is about where he should be. His FIP was 4.18. For Tyler Anderson, again, a little like about where it should be. His FIP is 4.92. Griffin Canning, again, sort of about where he should be according to FIP at 4.29. So in terms of, like, oh, well, the starting really wasn't that bad. The numbers don't look that way. And just to sort of round it off, because I think this is interesting too, Shohei Ohtani's FIP was 4. And his ERA was 3.14. So keep that, just, store that away. But in the grand scheme of sort of, like, kind of what we're looking at, the rotation was not good.
Never mind. I don't have a point to make.
I would say this. I think the rotation had a longer period where they were doing okay than the bullpen, but at the end of the day, it was just the pitching kind of continued to implode on itself. Because guys, they went out and got like Lucas Giolito had an ERA of 6 when he was with the Angels. So it was a lot of, like, what even guys.
Did you get a new pitching coach this offseason?
Yes.
Or was that last offseason?
No, they had Matt Wise last year. So again, I said this earlier that's probably the one caveat for all this is what is with Matt Wise being as bad as he was. How much of these numbers do you pin down and say, oh, this was definitely what they are?
Well, that's why you wonder about a guy like Patrick Sandoval, like, giving him up.
Yeah, so like to go back.
What if the next guy comes in and really unlocks the potential that you saw him in, like, the World Baseball Classic?
So I'll give you this much. Going back to 22, his ERA was 2.91 and his FIP was 3.09. So it does, and same with Reed Detmers. Reed Detmers' ERA was 3.77, his FIP was 3.79. So it does sort of seem like that there's something there, that it might have been just poor pitching, to, like, poor coaching for that. And then again, a lot of this still was like the Matt Wise era. Matt Wise was, the pitching coach for the last 3 years. I think from 2020, I want to say he was there. Let me just double check this. Because that sounds. Oh, that's not what I wanted. But that's I think that sounds correct. Let me double check here. As a coach, he was there for 3 years. So, in terms of those,
2021.
Yeah. So in terms of those 3 years, he did get some stuff out of some of these guys, but again, there's a lot of 5 ERAs, a lot of 6 ERAs and stuff. But again, it's kind of different because 2020, I don't think we can even necessarily use that or in any sort of fashion.
He got a no hitter out of Reed Detmers, and then the season blew up.
So.
Oh well, and you know what? On the Angels, as the off season's gone on, is I definitely have no more hope for what's his face, Rendon. Just because he got hurt and he just is yeah, okay. And it's just dude, I just feel like he got to this point where he thought about it and he was like, you know what? I got a good paycheck from the Angels.
If he
I'm set for life.
In that regard, my 2 cents is if he's mentally checked out and I'm just here to collect a paycheck. Hey, that's all fine and dandy. You're not. He's not a Perry guy, and I've said for a good minute, Perry gives 0 shits and will cut players that are detriment. So I'm sure if it were to come to that, he would be cut, and if he would go somewhere else and play. I mean, hey, more power to him. But again,
Ron Washington does seem like the one guy who might be able to break him out of his funk and say, "Look, dude, have some respect for yourself."
But again, it's just a matter of I think in terms of that, I will say I think the grace period for him is very much gone, especially after last year.
Got a very short leash this season, so
especially after last year, where it was it was a phantom injury, then all of a sudden it's oh hey, I fractured my leg, and he's I don't know why they're not telling you that, but that's what happened. And it's bro, you were running on that thing not a week ago.
Yeah,
but it's going to.
How are you running on a fractured leg? It's not possible.
Because in terms of just Rendon's production, he had the most home runs the guy's hit in basically 4 full seasons is 9 home runs, and that was in the shortened 2020 year, where he finished 10th in the league when he finished 10th in the MVP voting. Yeah. And that was the most Rendon we've seen.
Yeah.
So it's really going to come down. I mean, he's got 3 years left because he signed a 7-year deal. I mean, it's going to come down to does he want it? Because if he doesn't want it, he's better off not being I would say he's better not being there. But again, it's not a matter of me saying that's a matter of what he wants.
My worst fear is that we cut Rendon, and then he goes to the Rangers.
Well, he wouldn't go to the Rangers, but okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. But
he signs on an American League team and he comes back to what he was.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would even happen. No,
I agree, but my worst fear
would be that
the outside shot of that being able to happens, and he's just and he finds his love for baseball again, and then everybody's just the media just eats it up and is see, the Angels kill baseball players.
I mean, they do that anyway. They're gonna. The funny thing.
I know, but it would.
But see, the funny thing is, they try. The funny part about it is, and I don't know if we did talk about it at the time, but the funny part is I think we might talk to when we had Perry on. But one of the things that was hilarious was like all of a sudden when Pujols went to the Dodgers after the Angels, and even when he was with the Cardinals in his last year, is when you had like that all of a sudden, like the fact that, oh, he got cut and all that, all of a sudden it was like the media really flipped it on its head that they tried to like rework Pujols' image. Like it was some sort of like weird resurgence with like the the T.O. Pujols nonsense and all that. And it's that, and I don't know, maybe it's just like the opposite, but it sort of seems like they were already trying to do that back in 21 when Pujols was cut, got picked up by the Dodgers, and kind of like, well, the Angels really killed his spirit, and now it's back with the Dodgers. Like, I remember somebody even sort of hinting at that. So this has happened before. Like that.
No, yeah.
That situation's happened before, and mind you, he played in a bigger sample size. Yeah, his numbers did go up. Like he did hit with the Dodgers, 254, hit 12 home runs, had 38 RBIs compared to the Angels in about a month, where he was 5 home runs and a $198. But and then back in St. Louis, playing in about 109 games, he did hit 270 with 24 home runs. So that what you just said, that like, oh, the Angels kill players, like realistically you sort of went through that back in 21 where it was only Angel fans saying, no, he's kind of not good, and then magically turns back on for basically another year so he can hit, finish with over 700 home runs and all that stuff.
Yeah. I just remember that broke Perry on probably our greatest
the greatest episode nobody listened to. But I mean that, like,
maybe you should
re-upload it
to YouTube,
maybe,
and then like promote it and just be like, look, this is Perry, the great Perry Burner.
I could probably
flashback.
But it's like, but my whole point is, it's like what you just said, like they've already kind of started it. Like the Angels aren't liked in most media circles, especially baseball media circles. Like they're gonna, like, I already know this whole year is gonna be, how do we save Trout? Like that's gonna be the conversation. It's like, how do we get Trout out of there? And I wanted to talk about this before, but I think we didn't record, or I forgot. But they brought it up on another podcast, and they were saying, why do all these guys want Angel fans to sort of suffer? And I wanted to respond to that, and I never got a chance to, so I'm going to do it now. Maybe I'm the minority, but I don't think fans are owed anything. And I don't mean owed anything in the sense of like, keep the hands off your players sort of thing. What I mean by you're not owed anything, or fans aren't owed anything, is in the sense of, if they wanted to trade Mike Trout the same time that they lost Ohtani, if they released Rendon, flip Trout, and hit the massive reset button, I don't think fans are owed anything in that regard. That if they want a full hard reset, that's the time to do it. Reset when everything's gone and everyone's left. Not sort of like slowly rip it off. Like, look what the Broncos are doing. The Broncos ripped off that Band-Aid in about 3 days. Releasing, a cornerback, Russell Wilson, and trading away Jared Judy. Like, they ripped that Band-Aid off as fast as they could. Like, they're probably going to rebuild fast in the Angels. Well, they're in a different sport. But my point being is, like, when we're going to enter that, already probably into June, going into, or July into August, there will be rumors and other podcasts saying Angels need to trade Trout. You'll see articles like where I was formerly employed saying trade Trout. And it's just going to be the same circle again. Where it's, you're going to hear it. So it's not a matter of torture or trying to torture fans, as others have said. It's just the whole thing of, their logic is, we want to see this guy on the big stage in a playoff race. And it's just a matter, and it's just a matter of, well, okay, how much are you, what does he want? And if he doesn't want to be traded, he wants to stay, he can, I say let him stay and be there. I digress.
I just wish that the Artie would hear Trout say, "I want to stay and win a championship with the Angels," and go, "You know what? I'm going to build a championship contender around you. I'm going to unleash the shackles on Perry, let him sign whoever the heck he wants, and just go to town on whatever help he can get for Trout." And it's like, but Artie's not gonna do that, and it's a pipe dream. So it's like, no, I know it's dumb, but well, it's not dumb, but it's just not gonna happen. So it's not worth the time to sit here and go, well, I wish Artie would do this, because it's not gonna happen. But
I don't think it's a matter of it's not like Artie's not going to do it. It's just a matter of it. It's just the rinse, wash, repeat situation of it's the same guy. It's not even in the screen. It's just a matter of I don't even know. I don't know what it is. It's just not a. I mean, that's the ultimate answer, and maybe that's why you're sort of seeing like the indecision here. It's a matter of like he's secretly going to sell no matter what he's actually saying.
All right, so now I can do this. Now I can be like,
like I said,
I sell the freaking team. See, it's my better creative.
It is.
It's one
than your crappy one. I mean, I don't know.
I don't even need I still have the file for it somewhere of like FF7R, but
I do think the Angel situation is going to get worse, but it's just like it is what it is at this point.
You're not wrong. Doesn't make me happy.
No, I'm not saying I'm factually incorrect or factually correct. It's just that's the situation, and it's not. I'm not saying it's the worst one in sports, but it's the most indifferent one in sports because they don't. Whoever the power it be is, they don't. They're doing what they're doing. They didn't necessarily add a whole lot. They kind of muddled around, added to the pen. So it's just like.
Although, who was it? Didn't somebody tweet recently or say on the radio or TV recently? The Angels are like one or two good arms from like an actually well constructed roster.
I might have been on TV, but that person's not watching the same thing I am watching.
I'm maybe wondering if it was like somebody.
It might have been. It sounds like a Roger Lodge thing.
No. This is somebody where you wouldn't expect it. And I feel like I remember you retweeting this or something.
Let me see.
This would have been a while back.
I can look. If they did, I definitely would. If somebody said that, I had to have been legitimately like, no. Let me look. I'm looking.
How did I search? The Angels are one or two good arms away, and find a community on Twitter. The unvaccinated are healthier. Like Elon Musk, what are you doing? Nothing that I searched matches what you want. What you're feeding to me here.
It's a bold something. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna look. I don't know. I can't see. I keep scrolling. I don't necessarily see anything. The only thing something said was I made the comment um, somebody sort of being like, oh, the Dodgers minus Angels are a bad org. And I said, I doubt it's a good org versus bad org thing. It seems to me that one team can and will spend essentially on credit. The darker thought is that Ohtani used the Angels for 6 years to make a brand just to profit now and do whatever it takes to win for the better org.
Yeah, well. Anyway, sorry. I thought I remembered reading that somewhere, but and maybe I did, and I just too dumb to find it. But
I'll keep looking.
But what are we talking about next? We talked to the Angels. Is there any video games to talk about? We finished Halo Reach.
We did that. I guess I should. That happened.
Woo! Woo! It's like my new saying. I should make it a sound alert on my Twitch. Just me. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I guess that like I said, I can't find anything that says the contrary.
Woo!
So,
Woo!
I'm gonna keep I'm keep scrolling. But Rooster Teeth shuttered stores, if that matters to you.
Who did what?
Rooster Teeth got shut down.
Who's Rooster Teeth?
It was a YouTube channel from back in the day.
You're a YouTube channel from back in the day.
Pretty sure I'm current.
No, but if I was to look up a certain channel called Hodgepodge Sandwich.
We don't talk about that.
Or Sports Squared TV.
For the latter, we talk more about than the former, but.
Or wasn't there another one that you had with
Awesome
Taylor?
Awesome at the Sacks.
Awesome at the Sacks.
Yeah.
Good times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Looking to see if any charged my Switch. I think I'm gonna play some Murrow Maker
On stream.
this week.
Oh, just go live after we're done.
No, I'm not. I don't have time before I go to bed. We're
Yeah.
recording this too late in the afternoon for that to be a thing.
Yeah.
You're like sitting here and you're like, it's 4:30.
It feels later.
Which is funny because isn't it supposed to feel earlier?
I don't know. Like, I'm all out of whack. I had a late night last night. Everything's out of freaking whack today.
Yeah, well, me and CJ forced you to have a late night last night, I guess, huh?
I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m, so it wasn't you.
So you stayed up beyond that, talking to friends.
Yeah.
Maybe a girl.
Yep. Just all that. I can't find it, but I do remember hearing that original quote, but I guess I didn't say anything about it because I probably would have laughed it off. Anywho. Today is Mario Day, so ties into that, and we got
Mario Day.
There are a couple things that did come out in the Mario front. Paper Mario and the 10,000 Doors got an actual release date announced today, and we got Luigi's Mansion HD coming out this year too.
Woo!
So I'm trying to look for the exact date. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD comes out June 27th, and then Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door comes out May 23rd. If that matters to you.
You matter to me.
So there's that to come out, and then Princess Peach Showtime comes out in 2 weeks. But what's fun? You know what's funny? But you know what's funny is they did put something out for Mario Maker 2.
What they put out?
Just like a video sort of being like, you can, what did it say? In Super Mario Maker 2, players can build levels exactly how they want, mixing and matching enemies, power-ups, and other elements, which would be the first power-up you use. And it's just showing like, oh, you can make things bigger and stuff. I'm not much
Sorry,
of
I'm
a
looking up the
I'm not much of a Mario Maker
Star
player.
Wars Dark Forces on the Switch.
Can't be that expensive.
It's the Switch.
I'm so, you know what's funny, and
$30.
I know a lot of people, and I'm like, when it comes to the Switch, playing stuff on the Switch to me sometimes is more of a hassle because like it's such a resolution drop.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't like
I mostly have it for playing stuff that I can't play anywhere else, like Mario Maker.
No, I mean I think that's how it should be, where it's like you're buying it for Nintendo's exclusives, like that.
It's more just first party. Nintendo doesn't have too many actual like third party exclusives.
Yeah. I made this comment. It's like I need to do another, like I gotta buy some more Switch games soon, I think. But we'll see. Or not. But
Are you ever actually gonna buy more Switch games?
I don't even know what to buy. Like, I mean, I was sort of like, oh, Mario Wonder, I guess, would be one.
I actually have a post from 4 years ago where it says it's a billboard and it says have a Super Mar 10, which is Super Mario,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody put, and it's like from Tumblr or something. They put you can only reblog this today, and somebody said I missed my chance last year. Not gonna let it happen again. Apparently, I only ever shared it once.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm thinking this week I'm gonna try if I can to stream on my own and not just with you
With
and
me and CJ.
CJ. But we are playing Valheim this weekend, so I'm stoked for that. If CJ gets at all into it, then
no.
you'll actually be able to finish the game and not just like die halfway through because you're just like, yeah, okay, but I'm more interested in this other video game.
All Bryce wants his Survival Saturdays back.
Well, and if CJ, I'm gonna message him partway through this week, and I'm gonna be like, don't forget the YouTube short.
And hashtags, and put in hashtag Survival Saturday.
Yeah. And when he does that, then on Saturday you are starting that stream
with 5 gifted.
gifting him 5 subs.
Oh boy.
I don't think you've ever. Well, no, you've gifted me 1 sub. I think.
Mm-hmm. I've gifted subs.
Soccer, I think.
I've gifted subs to a few people.
I used to gift you a sub like every other month.
Yeah.
I don't do that no more.
1 subs to me no more.
I got kids.
Yeah,
I sub to you.
Yeah, well.
Don't lie to them. Don't lie to our viewers.
Yeah, I got a whole 4 subs. One day I'll get more emotes.
I mean, do you want to see my sub number?
It's 1. It's me.
Do you really want to see my sub number?
It's me.
It is you. It is you.
Oh boy.
Oh, you realized it was you.
No kidding.
Okay, except
Why did you do that, you idiot?
Wait, why can't I? Hold on.
Oh god, he broke it. He broke it at it.
Sorry, I was trying to. Hold on. I was trying. Here we go. This is what I meant. This is what I'm supposed to do. Okay. So.
I have no idea. What are you doing?
Oh, it's on the wrong window. That's why.
Ah.
Display this one. Haha. Even worse.
What in the heck are you trying? Oh, I see what you're trying to do. He's trying to pull up the thing. And he's doing a terrible thing at it. Yeah, see, there you go.
See, and for some reason, Twitch is forcing me to have a sub goal now.
It's just to the next thing. Like that, I think that's the next like emote slot you get, I think.
But see, don't complain about your 4 subs when I've only got 1. I had 2 last month, but CJ's trading his Prime sub for us, for each of us. He goes 1 month you, 1 month me.
Yep.
So you're on the up and up this month. Ooh. Although I might actually be getting paid this month.
I mean, you should be. You're back to work.
No. Well, I was getting paid when for my real job. I was getting paid.
Oh, you mean Twitch? You're getting paid.
I'm Twitch. I'm getting paid this month. I think.
Did you hit the 50? Did you hit your 50? Did you hit the magic 50?
If I can figure out revenue, there we go. Payouts. It says I still haven't hit the $50 threshold.
Boo.
Oh, it's because it hasn't processed your one from yesterday.
Gotcha.
And even once that happens, I need 1 more sub.
So you'll get it next month, or I can just maybe I'll gift you a sub to CJ, huh? I'll give CJ a sub.
It hasn't processed yours because I think once it does, it should. Let me double check with the analytics.
Bum. Bum.
Yeah, there's Prime sub. Okay, so. I started streaming in January of last year.
Oh my God, he's been on a year.
It says the funny thing is it says I've got enough revenue. But for whatever reason,
choo.
No. I don't know why it's not paying me out yet.
Well, it doesn't usually go through till the 12th.
Huh. I've averaged 3.8 viewers in the past year and a half, or year and 2 months. But it says I have 200. It says I've had 295 follows. Only because of that one time I got follow botted, which was probably my most terrifying experience on Twitch.
Yeah, it'll happen.
So
riding on the choo-choo train.
But the nice thing, I will say though, the nice thing about being an affiliate, like having gotten that threshold, is now I can literally just do whatever I want because I'm not like I gotta make 3 viewers per stream and get those 50 followers. Now it's like, okay, I can do whatever.
No, I don't care. No, I don't care. The hard part's over.
And it's like I'm not gonna make. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna do some more. More Mario Maker streams, and maybe if I get lucky, I can maybe get to like 10 to 15. But it's like I don't see a world in which people start going, wow, Bryce is an awesome Mario Maker streamer. Let's give him 70 to 100 views per stream and push him into partner. Like,
it's not how that. I mean, yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like it takes.
I know what you're saying, though.
Factors, certain X factors that I just don't think I possess.
I get what you mean.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one day I'll get raided by DGR and people from that.
Everyone comes back.
We'll be like, oh my gosh, this guy's so funny. He brought his sarcastic, dry sense of humor.
And he says,
This is what
woo.
my viewers sound like, by the way.
And he goes, woo.
They sound like this. This is how I always read my chat.
Jesus. Oh, boy.
But no, but that's the fun. But like I was saying, it's what makes it fun. Is that's why I can just be like once a week, just stream with you and CJ, and be like, yeah, play whatever we want.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good spot as any to put a bow on this one.
But we've only been talking for 40 minutes. What will people do for the next 20 minutes that they're usually expecting this to go? I don't think we have any viewers who are sitting there going, I want my hour of content that I'm going to listen to the entire time. That's what your viewers sound like.
Well, we'll be back to it.
Viewers.
I'm sure we'll be back to it sooner than later. I mean, my viewers should be used to like short, underwhelming streams and content. We'll be back next week, hopefully, maybe, with more rip boring stuff to do, and Bryce having a stroke over there. So we'll see you guys all next week.
See you guys.